Woo! Hello, Pasco. Pasco. Yeah. Welcome to Throwback Thursday.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, it's a Thursday comedy. Yeah. Thank you for showing up. Let's make some noise. Make some noise for Thursday comedy. Thank you. Make some noise for Red Line Grizzly Bar hosting this for a year and a half now. Keep going.
Yeah.
Wow. And thank you for me driving all the way from Spokane. Yes. And my name is Ying. I am your host for tonight. We have two comedians. They're fantastic from Seattle. I'll say they're so good, I can just bomb. How about that? And we still have a good time. Yeah, that's how good they are. I feel very relaxed. So I want to tell you though, today is day number 14 of Chinese New Year, actually. Yeah. Lunar New Year? Yeah. Chinese New Year. Turns out it's a 15-day holiday. 15 days. Today is the 14th day. So tomorrow, by the day 15, it's another holiday. Yeah. They just eat different shit. Tomorrow, yeah. Wow, it's great. So Chinese New Year, they start, our New Year, we're like February already, right? So I'm still working on my New Year resolution. Anybody? You have a New Year? Show hand if you're working on your New Year resolution. Oh, wow, that's great. You can lose a few pounds there. I'm just
to stay alive.
Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, thank you. So my New Year resolution is finally jumpstart my 2021 resolution. Yeah, because I couldn't even remember what was the excuse. The reason 2021 didn't do it. Last year though, 2022, I still didn't do it, but I know why. Because I did some comedy here and other venues. All of a sudden, the hotel manager said, "Yay, can you book shows for us?" Wow, I didn't know I could book shows, so that's why I was spending the whole year. I was managing 6 rooms, venues at the highest. Now down to 3 now, yeah. So that was a pretty good excuse, right? Yeah, thank you. So busy doing that, but now I had no excuse not to do it. 2023. So my New Year resolution is start a podcast called "What Do You Know About China?" Yeah, what do you know about China? Yeah, because I've been hearing a lot of people are saying China's threat. Wow, you guys agree? China's threat. I've been hearing that a lot, right? I'm sure you all heard that. I was like, China's threat, really?
I got kicked out of China.
You did?
Yeah.
So there's threat or something, you think?
Well, they thought I was a spy.
Okay, let me see. I think you're a nice guy. They made big mistake. But you know what? It don't make sense to me, China's threat, because think about it. Panda is made in China, right? And the Kung Fu is made in China. But Kung Fu Panda is made in fucking America. Yeah, we're the one making the money, right? So why they're the threat? We're the threat. We're making money off of everything. Yeah, and another thing is like TikTok. I'm a big TikTok fan. I post this shit in there. So one time I ran into someone on TikTok. He just hating China, just like wow, say all kinds of shit, and says ban TikTok. I was like, wow, does this guy even know? Where TikTok's made? Yeah. So it's like, at least you don't shit where you eat. You know what I'm saying? There's 50,000 likes on his shit. So I'm like, he's making tons of money off of TikTok. Yeah. So it's like, wow. Or maybe he just the case of he just hate the pig but love the bacon. So not very fair for the pig. Right? A little bit about me, because I'm the host. I'm trying to warming up this mic. Right? That's my job as a host. As a host. So the warming up the mic is kind of like foreplay. Foreplay? Is that too early for foreplay? Just get your juice going? Right, yeah, but not your bodily fluid, okay? Not that, keep that. It's just your comedy juice, all right? Comments is going, but a little bit about myself. My name's Yin. My name's Yin. I'm looking for Yan. Yeah, I'm single. Yeah, single mom. I can say that, right? Yeah. By that I mean I'm not picky. Just try to get laid. I lived in Spokane 27 years. 27 years. I did it just to prove I am not a tourist. Yeah. I am here to stay. So if I hear that again, go back to your country. Keep that shit yourself. Not only I'm here to stay, I'm here to die. How about that? Man, but you know what? I am American though. I am American by choice. Yeah, when I say by choice, yeah, thank you. When I say by choice, I kind of feel like you guys say, born again Christian. You really have to think about it, weigh pros and cons about it, a lot of struggle and all that, so it's not easy. Not like you guys, I'm sure, all of you, right, Americans, so you're like, your mom's like, water break, then just go to the hospital, boom, you're born, right? So you're just born by chance. Just no-brainer. Too easy, very weak. I kind of finally understand why in this country participation trophy is a thing. Yeah, you're just by chance participating. Anyway, so when I say by choice, it's really, a lot of struggle. People don't believe that. It's like, yeah, it's not like everybody want to be American. Not that at all. First of all, I had to give up my Chinese passport. You know that? Because China is a country, the government, they don't like that you're loyal to two tribes. You have to pick a team, right? So after I picked team, USA, USA. Yeah. And China government said, get the fuck out of here. So I got out. So still, my family back in China was not happy. I still remember this day. My mom called me just before I go through, the ceremony. You have to swear in, right? And she said, Ying, you already have a green card, right? So you have a green card, so you have freedom. You can travel back and forth between the U.S. and China freely. So why do you want to be American? And she said, well, you want what? You want to vote? You want a democracy? So, by that time, I already decided as one of the American blue passport to travel. So I said, yeah, I want to vote. So my mom voted me out of her will. She voted first, right? Yeah, but my brother was the worst. He was on the phone by my mom, and he said, don't come back. Just stay in the U.S. And he said, you're a traitor. Wow, he called me a traitor. Man, that's tough. I know, it's tough. So that's why, guys, I love this country. Because we already have a traitor. Yeah, we do. His name is Trader Joe. So the rest of us were spared to be called traitors. Yeah. One time I was telling this joke, I think in Spokane, Idaho somewhere. She said, yeah, Joe. And I said, you know what? Maybe it's not the Joe you're talking about. Okay? It's not the Joe in the White House. Yeah, some people are tired. No, it was like, I just went in and get some organic shit. All of a sudden, Joe taking all the blames, Trader Joe, yeah.
I call me.
So, recently this word caught my attention. Classified. See, everybody's getting in trouble, right? The classified document is something. So all of a sudden, okay, I get it, because when my son is in high school, right now my son is in Seattle, University of Washington. They call UW, but yeah, thank you. That's why I'm a single mother. I'm just alone now. So when he was in high school, every time I asked him, how's school going? What's new, right? He always tell me, that's classified information. I couldn't get anything out of his mouth, So now it's like, oh yeah, of course it makes sense. Like in high school, who goes out with who and who's sucking whose dick. That's not classified. It's not classified, yeah. So, Yeah, well, when I heard first heard, you probably all watched on the news that FBI is raided Mar-a-Lago, right? They found classified document and boxes of it. You know, Donald Trump, and I'm like, yeah, of course. And I'm like, I was not surprised at all, you know, because Donald Trump, he just has to sell anything he can make a buck, he will have it, you know. And that Mike Pence, they found it classified at his residence. Like, of course, I'm not surprised at all. But then they said they find a classified document at Joe Biden's residence. So when I hear that, it's you know, Joe is old. He's old. He doesn't know what he's doing. No, I don't. Okay, good. Let me see what's going on here. So I just said my name is Ying, but I do have a last name. I have a long, like, American last name, but because my Chinese last name got me in a lot of trouble. Yeah, right now, legal name is not my Chinese last name, but I can tell you, my Chinese last name is Fu, spelled as F-U. Yeah. For many years, I first got here at University of Idaho as a student, right? And for some reason, every time I call 800 number, you know, customer services, as soon as I tell them my last name, they just hang up on me. You know, so I said, you know, maybe I talk too fast. I need to slow down. So this one time I called the cable company. You know, 800. They said, "What's your name?" I said, like, "My name is F-U." Click. I didn't know what that means, you know. So later on, some of my American friends told me, "Oh my God, that was terrible. I need to change my name." And this American friend says, "No, why do you want to change your name? You know, this fuck you is the coolest name I've ever heard." Especially if you have a weak first name. Just imagine if you introduce yourself to somebody and says, "My name is Lisa, fuck you." Wow. So powerful, yeah. So my name, just one time I did it okay. It's holiday, you know, the checkout line when you do shopping, right? The grocery store, there's a long line, there's a gap. So some reason I cut in the line. I didn't even realize. The guy behind me was not happy, right? The guy says, hey, you're cutting the line. The end is over there. He said, "Fuck you." So I was like, "Wow, how do you know my name?" Thank you, I'm famous now. I told him, "Fuck you, here's my name." I know, that's crazy. What else is new? So Chinese New Year, like a week ago, my sister in China, he called me and said, "Why don't you come back to China?" Because I haven't been back for 3 years. You know, the pandemic. I haven't been back, and my sister said my brother bought a new car. "Do you want to try a new car?" I'm like, "I'm not sure. I want to try a new car, SUV stuff." Because last time I did, that was a few years ago. I tried his car and the Chinese freeway. I got pulled over by the Chinese cop, and he said that, "You know why I pulled you over? Why are you driving so slow? Look at the car behind you." I was like, "Well, because I was busy converting miles to kilos." You know, kilometer. Yeah, because my brother got a U.S. car, like Ford Explorer, so there's a like big mile thing, and they have a different number, right? So wow, where is it? Anyway, but my American friends, after 3 years delay, he's gonna go to China. I think doing some job, teaching. I forgot what it is. So he's gonna leave in May, and he asked me, he said, "Ying, what is the do's and the don'ts when I go to China?" So I said, "Dude, you can just do everything. You know, go to a restaurant, eat all Chinese food, and go to Great Wall, right? The Forbidden City and everything. As far as the don'ts, what thing not to do, I had to think about it. I was like, don'ts. Okay, so when you're in China, don't touch chicken." He said, "Why?" I'm like, "You can eat chicken, just don't touch them, because China have a law, have very severe punishment for chicken rapers." Yeah. It's a thing in China. Rape chicken. So this guy says, how could that even be possible? How do you rape a chicken? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, of course you can. You know, if egg can come out, a dick can go in. Wow. That's my dick joke. It's like Yeah, so, but you know what? In China, though, they have never mentioned dogs and a goat. So I guess you can fuck a goat in China. Never mentioned that. Yeah. All right. So I gotta address this Asian stereotype thing, right? Stereotype. So when I first come to this country, University of Idaho, 6 months after I got to the campus, I started hearing some Asian stereotype. The first one I heard is Asian people, especially Chinese, that we eat dogs. Wow, I was like, we eat dogs? Because growing up in China, I've never eaten dogs. I've never seen anybody that I know. Anybody, just not even heard people eat dogs. In the market, no market sell dog meat. So it's like, wow, we come here, I heard people, Chinese eating dogs. So I look around, I look at the menu cafeteria in University of Idaho. So like, guess what, America? You eat dogs. Not only you eat dogs, you eat hot dogs. What is wrong with you? You know, in China, they only eat ugly dogs. Yeah. The sexy ones, we just breed them for pets. You guys eat all kinds of dogs, you know, like chili dogs, corn dogs, and Snoop dogs. Okay, the last one, you don't eat it, right? Just make him rap once in a while. But you don't go to any Chinese restaurant to see if there's dogs on the menu. Nothing. You never find the dogs on the menu, so don't get all screwed up. How's my English doing so far?
Perfect.
Because I have one, thank you, I have one, I forgot it's a pro comedian or booker even told me, Ying, you need to always first address the elephant in the room, which is my accent. Oh, wow. So I guess I have to apologize after speaking for a while. Apologize for my very heavy Alabama accent, y'all. Bless your heart, y'all. That's get her done. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. You have to give the applause to the Southern work accent. I mean, work ethics. You know, they get her done. They get her. But I'm unfortunately from north, from north of Spokane, now north of Seattle. I'm in the process of moving to Seattle, so nobody can get me done. So I'm just getting myself done. But you know, I have to say, I have to admit, when I first got to this country, my English was awful. It was very bad. You know, I still remember that day, first day. I took the airplane, you know, and just before we landed in Seattle, they told us to fill out the form, the immigration form. So I filled out the form. After the plane landed, they told us, immigrant, foreigner, go to that window. So as foreigner, I went to that window. I gave them the form. So this immigration officer looked at the form, looked at me, she's not happy. She was pounding the table, my form, said, look at what you got in there, your form. I look at form, you know, after they ask you your name, your birthday, they ask for sex. So what I had in there is once a month. Because I was thinking, you know, first of all, you gotta be honest, right? Now I was thinking, first day here, I did nobody, you know, once a month sounds pretty good. I was not trying to be greedy, yeah. Turned out they're asking really is a gender. You know, in China, sex and gender is a totally different translation. Yeah. But I understand. The Facebook, you ask Facebook gender, there are 50 plus of them. Asking for sex, yeah. But you know, your English, I have to say, very confusion, a lot of times. Very confusion, you can't blame me. I'll give you another example, okay? So this word you got going, blowjob. Well, this word blowjob, it turned out the blowjob don't mean blow. It means suck a dick. What is wrong with you? Give it out to yourself. Your English, pretty amazing. Yeah? Pretty amazing. Wow. You know, I married a white guy. I I remember when we were first together, and he asked for a blowjob. So I went to the bathroom, came out with a blow dryer. Maybe that's why we're divorced or something. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Okay, so how's my closing? Warming up, Mike? Doing that pretty good? All right, so let's get this show started. First comedian, let me bring up comedian Nick Dundas, from all the way from Seattle. Let's give it up to Nick. Yeah. Keep going.
Keep it going for your host, everyone. Let her hear it. Come on. So exciting. Just like Michael Jackson talking about blowjobs. We love it. Give it up for the guy in the corner clapping for blowjobs. You're the